Hello guys, Creator438 here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. In the last episode... Oh, you know, I guess I could show this. It says, it's sometimes, always, if you use plants that are unrecommended. Oh, actually this is asking us if we want to play this level without any water plants. Yeah, if you don't use any lily pads, then they ask you that question and you get the option to repick. You can choose not to, but it's not recommended by the game or me. Anyway though, I didn't even do my intro. In the last episode, we used jalapeno a little bit, and we also got spike weeds, which basically hard counter zombies. Anyway though, in this episode, we also got Torchwood last time. In this episode we're going to be using him, and we're going to be fighting a real dolphin person. So we're going to take, wait, hold on, what does the stack up to look like? Oh wait, we don't need spike weeds in this level, so we can just take Torchwoods. So yeah, ready, set, plant. Which I haven't actually said yet in this LP. I never say that though. Even when I'm playing this game casually. Or Plants vs. Zombies 2. Because it also says that in that game. Just in smaller letters. Alright, so we're going to play a tail line here. Now, I want to quickly get into Torchwoods. Now, Torchwoods, as we know, probably, unless you watched the last episode, like if you didn't watch the last episode, you would not know that Torchwoods, basically, they turn peas into fireballs, and what that means is, one regular pea, it counts as one damage shot, so the Torchwood actually doubles that damage and makes it, two damage shots instead of just one. And this sounds pretty useful in practice, but honestly, I don't find Torchwoods to be useful, like, really at all. Okay, I'll plant one down. Because just here, this is what the effect shows. The fireballs in this game look extremely different from Plants vs. Zombies 2. Now, Torchwood in Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a premium plant for God knows what reason. Like, I'm not saying Torchwood is necessarily a bad plant, but he's not premium plant material. There are plants in Plants vs. Zombies that perfectly fit the role to be premium plants. That, keep in mind, you're spending real money on. But are you ever gonna... If you're gonna spend real money on a Torchwood, are you actually gonna dedicate your strategies to using pea shooters? And if so, is that working? Like, I don't know. Like, because the thing about Torchwoods is they only work on pea shooter type plants. And that's not necessarily bad, but there are other types of plants in the game that don't get buffed from Torchwood, so not everything will get the power boost. So later on we'll be using plants that aren't pea shooters, because we basically have to, or we will have to. It's just because the game will entail us to do that. And Torchwoods will basically become useless at that point because those plants cannot utilize the plant itself. I mean, I don't know. They aren't really useful outside of just pea shooters. And on top of that, the thing I don't really like about Torchwoods, aside from their rather large cost, which I guess isn't that large, because again, double rows of sunflowers. We don't have twin sunflowers yet, jeez. Double rows of sunflowers, it allows you to get your shit out easier, but like, even still, like, you could use the sun for like a repeater or something. And even without the Torchwoods, you still have up to 3 damage shots going out. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of a little overkill, and at the same time, they're not too strong. Just with the idea being, oh wait, new enemy right here, Dolphin Rider. Basically, he rides a dolphin and he's fast at first, but if you you can basically just get rid of the dolphin by having him jump over one of your plants. That's how he loses the dolphin. Once he jumps over a plant, you can only do it once, and then the dolphin goes away, and then he swims like a regular zombie. That did not work because hitboxes, or detection boxes, I guess. That's not a thing, but whatever. It is in the world of Creator 438. Anyway, though, I need to get back to what I was saying about Torchwoods. Yeah, Torchwoods just like, sure, they give your plants more damage, but for kind of an overkill is good in single player games because it doesn't really matter. But like, I don't know, I just feel like it's overkill, but at the same time you don't really need it. Wow, that guy is standing on water, holy shit. Because he died before he even got in the pool. And like, yeah, I feel like you don't need it. Because the thing about Torchwoods is, if you want all your repeaters and pea-shooters to get powered up in a lane, you need them. You need a full lane of them. And they don't have like extra defense or anything. And they don't have any offensive capabilities. They just power up your plants. They don't really have. You're kind of just wasting a lane on these 4 guys to power up your plants. It doesn't really seem to. I feel like it's not really that useful, really. I mean, it's a whole nother plant, so obviously it's gonna have to take up a lane. But you have a lane. But keep in mind, you have a lane of plants that aren't really doing anything outside of just buffing your other plants. And some plants they won't even buff. So like, let's be honest here. Let me count up the number of plants that they buff. Torchwoods buff up. They buff up pea-shooters, repeaters, three-peaters. Although, I feel like they can actually be pretty good with repeaters. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to unplug the Wii U gamepad. Because I didn't want it charging forever. But, yeah, like, they can buff up. We've counted 3 plants so far. And it can also buff up the Gatling peas that we saw in Crazy Ape Shop. And there's one other type of pea shooter plant that we don't have yet, but we will get it actually very soon. Or pretty soon, but not right away. They buff up 5 plants, and I know you're thinking, oh, there's also snow pea, but there isn't. The thing about Torchwoods and snow pea is, when snow pea shoots one of his frozen shots through a Torchwood, it actually becomes a regular piece, so it completely negates the whole damage up thing between those two. So that's why you never want to use them in a level together. They don't actually gain any combination or anything like fire and ice. It doesn't do anything, so don't try it. Just trust me. Anyway, though, we got a new plant, which actually I know is very good. It is a tall nut, a heavy-duty walnut that can't be vaulted over. Pretty damn useful. We got a little pole vault zombie coming back because they want to demonstrate to us the idea that we're not just going to take that shit anymore. We're literally just going to lay down the hammer. So yeah, I'm going with this set. Now, pretty much when you get tall nuts are very powerful plants. As you know from just reading that description, as of like heavy duty walnut, it just implies that they're defensive ass plants. So yeah, let's see here. Now, Tall-Nuts being tall, they won't be vaulted over by any zombie. They can't be jumped or vaulted over. So they hard counter dolphin zombies and pole vault zombies. Who knew that defensive plants could even hard counter? Well, I did. I did. That's what I said. Yeah, Tall-Nuts are useful just because they have much more defense than walnuts. So walnuts, basically, you don't need to use them anymore. They do cost more, but what the thing is, you can't let sun. I've learned this actually too. You cannot let sun drive your instincts to tell you that a plant is bad, because that viewpoint, I know Wally used that justification to say that some plants aren't too powerful. It's not really that good of a justification. It really isn't. Because as long as you have enough sunflowers, pretty much any plant in the game can be brought out. And yeah. I don't know, it's just not... I don't know. You don't really need to worry about it all that much. Especially not in... not in the story. In minigames that we will play, you kind of have to worry about sun. But other than that, not so much. Oh, I guess another game mode that we'll run into later. Hopefully this Coneb will catch his work. He's kind of going pretty fast though. I think that's going to get up too late. I want to plant this repeater here just in case. Because I don't want him getting in. That would be bad. Yeah, too late. I'm going to plant the Tall-Nut here. And the Tall-Nut, as you can see, he's really tanking this guy, and he's allowing us to just live that. So yeah. So here we actually have conveniently placed Pole Vaulter Zombie, who's actually not going to survive before he can even get to the Tall-Nut. So his efforts were just wasted, I guess. A sad life, guys, you know. It sucks, man, you know, these zombies try their hardest. But I mean, they're trying to fucking eat our brains, so we can't exactly let that happen. You know, so, yeah. But yeah, Tall-Nuts, as we know, have much more defense. And it lets you defend against more stuff, so... defending against more stuff equals pretty damn good. We can also... they also allow for better usage of the spikeweed defensive strategy. Which is pretty good. In my opinion. Oh fuck, we got the dolphin time coming through. He's just gonna jump over that, and yeah, you can't do shit about it. We can get the Tall-Nuts up, but I mean, you don't really have the ability to. I'm gonna make a hard read here, and say that the next dolphin rider that comes to the pool is gonna come in this lane, just because. He came in this lane the last time, so you know, that automatically means. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Now, I believe that Tall-Nuts have more recharge time, if not the same amount of recharge time that walnuts have. We can confirm that later in the almanac, because it will tell us that. But yeah. Oh my gosh, that guy's just gonna catch this work, man. It's not even worth coming in at this rate. It's gonna die. We can get some more damage on that buckethead. I guess I should also mention about spikeweeds that they kind of have some startup lag to their. They kind of have some lag to their attacks. They don't attack very fast. In Plants vs Zombies 2, though, they did technically get a buff, but I feel like they do. I think they do. I don't know. They do 0.5 damage in that game because they attack very quickly in that game. But I think they got a nerf in terms of the amount of damage they do for obvious reasons. If they still did 1 damage, then they destroy the zombie horde. They would be fucking meta in that game, like, jeez. I don't want to say more meta than potato mines, but it could be a very high possibility. I don't know, because potato mines they're instant kill as long as you have good placement of them. But yeah. There's not so much to talk about right now. Oh wow, my hard read was correct. I knew he was coming down that lane. See that? So that, yeah, that's what happens when a zombie tries to jump the Tall-Nut. They jump and then they just catch work and they just bump into it. And nothing happens, so yeah. Did not mean to plant that spike weed there. I wanted to plant in front of the Tall-Nut because it just... Well, I mean, he'll take more damage over time, but still. It doesn't really matter. Well, the next one's even coming in this lane. I think it was gonna support me just to make sure that I really got some hard read. Because I feel like if I got that wrong, it would be like, okay, next time he's gonna come on that lane, and then he actually did there, so yeah. If only I can make that, like, if only I can make reads that easily in Smash. But it's kind of a different story in that game, so yeah. So how are you guys doing? Play any good games lately? See any good movies? I'm still mostly playing Smash Bros. And Splatoon at the moment. It is September when I'm recording this, so yeah. I guess I can admit that I am still in school, so you know, I don't have as much time to actually record. So yeah. But yeah, I am in school. I ain't no grown-ass man, but yeah. If I didn't even sound like one, then I guess that's also good. These zombies are really just they're bringing down the hammer on the Tall-Nut. He's crying, man. I like how the Tall-Nuts are supposed to be like, they're all like tough looking and they cry. It's just funny. Kind of sad though. You know, they don't deserve what happens to them. Did you know Walnut and Tall-Nut are actually brothers? It says in Tall-Nut's almanac entry. Because people think they have a rivalry between them, but they actually don't because they're brothers. Alright, we're gonna use a jalapeno because it's kind of getting a little outrageous. But yeah. They're dead. Well, once again, it's late as heck when I'm recording this. It is 2:48 in the morning. And this was after Absolute Absol and I recorded that second episode of Adventure for Glory. Dang, I have 2,025 sunflowers level, jeez. 2 rows of sunflowers are confirmed for OP. Especially on levels of 4 waves. But yeah, this is technically the same day that we were recording that one Adventure for Glory episode, the one where he switched off between the two. And it was kind of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That is also going to be on his channel. So yeah. If that video is even up before this one is, probably will be. Anyway, though, we found another note. Hello. We heard you were having a pool party. We think that is fun. We'll be right over. Sincerely, the zombies. But we didn't have any pool party. What are they talking about? Well, let's find out. Crazy Dave will not show up again. Guess he only shows up that one time. Well, there's another time, but still. Here we go. Got that awesome music. You only hear it 4 times in the game, actually. I'm not kidding. And that's kind of ridiculous. Honestly. Because this song is so good. I don't understand what they were thinking, making it heard only 4 times in the actual game. Also, if you plant a Torchwood down, like, right when a repeater would pass through its, torch, then it gets the fireball immediately, so yeah. That's pretty cool. Love this song, man. This is the second to last time we're gonna hear it, man. And then there's one minigame where the song plays, which I think is pretty cool, but then after that it doesn't play. And it's so sad. The song is really good. Why did this happen, man? Why couldn't they just put it in more levels? I don't even know. Or not regular levels, but you know what I mean. More gameplay points, I guess you could say. What I like to do is on this one is I like to load the pool up with tangle kelps. It could also be a good idea to put the tangle kelps right in the front, because dolphin zombies like to jump in immediately, and then they just take that bait and they get hard countered by the tangle kelps. That's another thing, is while dolphin zombies are riding the seas, or your pool, actually. I just wanted to say seas, because, yeah. While they're riding the pool, the tangle kelp is fast enough to catch them. That wouldn't be the fucking case in Plants vs. Zombies 2, because they fucking suck in that game. But I mean, you know. Anyway, though, yeah. It's kind of fun, though, to have all this damage going out. It's a pretty fun level. I kind of wish I had more lily pads, though. Oh, that guy's about to get bodied. Watch this. Yep, see it? He just gets bodied by that guy. Utterly destroyed. Oh, wow, didn't even need it. Hey, the sound didn't play for the tangle kelp dragging that guy under. Oh, here's a lily pad. Oh, that's another thing about spike weeds. You can't plant them on lily pads. They're just like potato mines. They're picky. And you can only plant them on the actual ground. Not on lily pads, so yeah. Zombies can't even walk on lily pads though, so really, why would you want to do that at that point? I don't know. And maybe you're me and you just like doing stupid, or maybe you're like me and you just like doing stupid shit. It's 100% possible. Because personally in games I like doing stupid shit if I can do it. Just because stupid shit's fun, you know? Oh, that's the 3rd diamond in the span of like 2 episodes. Like, jeez, man. I didn't know I'd be getting those so often. I'm gonna get the squash down. There's a lily pad. Freaking finally. We're gonna have final Torchwood here. Alright, the squash is just gonna body that guy. So I should mention about squashes, something interesting is they can also hit zombies from the back. So that's also pretty cool. So don't forget that. If the zombies going in on you, you can always use the squash. But he takes priority over zombies that are in the front, so if there are any zombies in the front, he attacks the ones in the front. But in Plants vs. Zombies 2, it's actually weird. He takes priority over the zombies in the back. So if there's zombies in the front and in the back, he turns around and he jumps on those motherfuckers. Because he just does. You know? I wonder if a repeater's shooting is actually narrow enough to get the is actually narrow enough to hit the Torchwood and get all 3 Ps off of one Torchwood. In Plants vs. Zombies 2, that's how it works with at least 2 of 3 Feeder's Ps. So yeah. These guys are just gonna get bodied. We win at this point. Yep, there we go. I won before I even knew I did. We got a sea shroom right here. An aquatic plant that shoots short-range spores. You know, they used to call me Fogman. Because I would hang out in the fog and jump out at people. Ah, those were days. Wow, really short world description there, Crazy Dave. Anyway though, it's nighttime again, and you know what that means. We use our mushrooms again. Also, it's the pool. Wait, is there anything new at the shop? Hold on. Oh, we can actually see if Tall-Nuts have more recharge time. Slow, and then Walnuts, they also have slow. So they actually have the same recharge time. So yeah. Anyway though, it's getting pretty long, so I think we're going to end this off here. Next time on Plants vs. Zombies 2, we are going to be going through World 4, Fog. And yeah, that's actually what it's called. That's probably the weirdest name for a world ever. Just Fog. But we're going to be going through the first level of Fog, and maybe another one, next time on Plants vs. Zombies. So, I'll see you guys then.